Excuse me, sir. Have you seen Twin Peaks?
No.
Have you seen Twin Peaks?
I have not.
Have you seen Twin Peaks, sir?
No.
Have you seen Twin Peaks?
No.
Have you seen Twin Peaks?
No.
What about you, sir?
No.
Have you seen Twin Peaks?
Yes.
Have you seen Twin Peaks?
I've heard of it, but no, I have not.
Today I'm going to be talking about Twin Peaks and why it is a phenomenal show. But first, that's a damn fine cup of coffee. Cue the music and let me give you a basic rundown of the show. Our main character, Special Agent Dale Cooper, is sent to a small town in Washington called Twin Peaks. After the body of a young high school girl, Laura Palmer, is found washed ashore wrapped in plastic. The way she was killed and disposed of matched a similar murder case of another girl in southwestern Washington the year before, which suggests that there is a serial killer in Twin Peaks. The show revolves around Cooper and members of the police department, including Sheriff Truman, Andy, Hawk, and Lucy, as they investigate the murder case. While this is happening, the show involves the viewer in the townspeople's everyday lives, as we learn about Twin Peaks and the normal and not so normal things that go on in the community. As Cooper finds clues and starts to go down the rabbit hole of the investigation, the odd inhabitants of the town and the abnormal events that start to paint a picture of a sinister, supernatural mystery lying behind the small rural town. Cooper starts to have surreal dreams from what is called the Red Room, where he gets nightmarish hallucinations, where he sees Laura Palmer and other fictitious characters. Through subliminal messaging and metaphors from these said dreams, what leads Cooper closer and closer to who really killed Laura Palmer. As a viewer, it's really hard to pinpoint just who really is the murderer, as so many people of the town have something to hide. In fact, many residents of the town are living double lives, good and bad. The show itself takes so many unexpected turns and twists that when it leaves you on that cliffhanger, you just sit there jaw open wondering what you just saw. Twin Peaks comes off as your average run-of-the-mill crime detective show, but underneath it is a much more complex, ominous spectacle that lets the viewer know that everything is not what it seems. The characters of Twin Peaks are not your average sitcom cookie-cutter characters that you forget about. They feel like real people of this fictional town. They have interwoven relationships and feelings with each other. When Laura died in the show, part of the town died with her. The incident affected everyone directly or not, as we see throughout the show. Every person in the show has their own eccentric personalities and quirks. There's way too many to list them all, but here are a few. You got the log lady who speaks to her log, Big Ed, owner of the gas farm, Nadine the drape lady, Dr. Jacoby, Laura's psychiatrist, Laura's classmates, Audrey Horne, Donna Hayward, and James Hurley, and there's so much more to list. It's very interesting in how many romantic affairs and relationships everyone in the show has as well. It's almost like they're living double lives. Laura Palmer was seeing James Hurley while being in a relationship with Bobby. Then after Laura dies, James starts seeing her best friend Donna. Big Ed, a married man who's having an affair with the owner of the Double R Diner, Norma. Benjamin Horne, owner of the Great Northern Inn, is having an affair with Catherine, who is someone else's wife. I mean, geez, this almost feels like a reality TV show with the amount of scandalous activity it seems like almost everyone is doing. On the bright side, I think that this makes the show much more interesting, because while we are given a break from the main plot of Cooper solving the mystery, we get to learn about the intriguing characters and world building of the town in between. Dale Cooper especially is one of my favorite characters, as he's an imaginative and expressive idealist who appreciates the different lifestyle of the rural town folk and gets the trust of them, but not only doing his job, but learning from his experiences.
This must be where pies go when they die.
There's just something special about Twin Peaks music. Composed by Angelo Badalamenti, who also worked on Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack, it's easy to see why the peaceful yet unnerving music of Twin Peaks is so great. It ranges from feel-good jazz to 1990s pop, which becomes beautifully intertwined musical experiences for the years. Here, take a listen to this song by Julie Cruz called Fallen. Other moments in the show, like Cooper's trip to the Red Room, is where the soundtrack of Twin Peaks really shines. With ethereal, dreamy-like background tunes they just can't not bob your head to. The use of saxophones in some of these songs are quite soothing to the ear. In fact, here's a midget dancing to one of these said songs called Dance the Dream Man.
And I'll see you, and you'll see me, and I'll see you in the branches that blow in the breeze.
I mean, come on, the music is just so good. For every peaceful musical moment in the show, there's always a dark, horrid, unnerving ambiance track to accentuate the horror, as well as to contrast the groovy yet mysterious mood of the show.
Sheriff. Diane, it's 4:10 in the afternoon at the scene of the crime. Here's something we haven't seen before. A mound of dirt approximately 1.5 feet in diameter. On the top is a gold necklace with a gold heart. Correction, half a gold heart. At the base of the mound of dirt is a torn piece of newsprint written with the words, which appear to be in blood, "Fire, walk with me." Sheriff, you and I've got to find out who's got the other half of that heart.
In conclusion, Twin Peaks overall is quite an abstract and charming show. From its expansive world-building narrative to its elegant musical tracks, I myself can vouch that this show is well worth your time. I thank you all for staying till the end to watch this, and I hope this at least piqued your interest in Twin Peaks. Nevertheless, until next time, peace. Today I'm going to be talking about Twin Peaks and why it is a phenomenal show, but first, that is a damn fine good cup. There's just something special about Twin Peaks. These are, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Who also worked on Nightmare on Elm Street's soundtrack. It's easy to see why this beautiful yet unnerving music,
Hello?
other moments in the show, like Cooper's trip to the Red Room, bring on ethereal, like, for every peaceful musical moment in the show, there's always a horrid, unnerving, sorry,
Got it?
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
Why is it?
Dude, what?
Our main character, Special Agent... Go. Have you seen Twin Peaks? Who? Have you seen Twin Peaks? Okay, cut. So, have you seen Twin Peaks? God damn it! Hello, sir.
Just gonna get a blooper of me with Tupac punching down on the background, just riding around on a chair.
Bro, I'm just recording random.